Hey, I just got a chance to play some games with my friend Anthony and Chris. We played Versailles 1919 on Vassal. That was a lot of fun. We didn't get a chance to finish, but this is a really crazy game. Also, on Mastermind Adventures, I got a chance to play. That is another Twitch channel, so you can check them out. Check them out, Mastermind Adventures. I got a chance to play a new RPG this past week, this past Sunday, I think it was, called Mictin. Mictim with an IM. That was a lot of fun. This is the character record sheet. Basically, you base all your rolls off of joy, love, grief, fear, or anger. And it was a very, very interesting system. The designer of the game at Mictum, I think it's actually Mictum.com. Hey, Bill, nice to see you. Made some, like, these are different NPCs or maybe character, what do you call it, basic descriptions that you can have. Pretty interesting. I'm also playing Arden 44 with Anthony on Vassal. And also on Vassal, we're playing Gelfs and Ghibellines, or we did play recently. These are all like pretty hardcore military strategy games. And I'm also playing, for those of you that have played this game, you'll recognize this. This is just the charts for Stratomatic Baseball. So having a lot of fun, I am. Too much fun. But I did get a whole bunch of stuff done on my day off. I planted some stuff outside. I'm super excited about seeing what grows. And I didn't tell Ginger what I planted, so it'll be a surprise for her. So I did some yard work and everything like that. That's cool. What have you guys been up to now that the weather's getting a little nicer? Have you gone anywhere? Ginger and I went to Bethpage State Park and did a little walk around. That was fun. Have you gone anywhere? Have you done anything now with the slightly nicer weather? Just curious. Cool. So anyway, we are covering a game. Usually, if you're new to this channel or this video, please give a like or a subscribe or a follow, depending on what platform you're on. We'd love to have you part of our family and get notifications on every time that we go live. On Long Island Tabletop Streaming Network, we've got a whole bunch of shows that are really great. Tomorrow night at Thursday at 7:30, we'll be watching paint dry. That's Doug doing a painting show. By the way, I'm a little under the weather. I might sneeze a couple times. We'll see what happens. Also, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, Overcoffer at 6:30. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Also, every other week, Friday, we've got basically D&D at 9 p.m. And also on Tuesdays, every other week, Marauder at 7:30. So, and then we have World Salad on Monday at 9 o'clock, 7:30. I can't remember. But World Salad, that's with John. Lots of cool stuff here on the Long Island Tabletop Streaming Network. So, hope you enjoy and check it out. Tonight's game is a game I covered a long time ago on my other station when I was doing Facebook Live. So I figured it was time to cover it again. It's nice and quick. Also, I'm trying to like do a complicated game one week and then a not as complicated game the next week. It's not necessarily working out so much, but we did Lords of Waterdeep last week, so check out that video if you didn't see it. So tonight's game is going to be a slightly easier game, actually a much easier game. Castellan by Steve Jackson Games. So Ginger and I have played this a couple times, and we've had it out at I think just a couple conventions. It's not one of the games that we normally bring to a convention, but we should because it is super fast and super fun. Now, it is only rated 6.3 on BoardGameGeek.com, and Ginger and I say anything over 6.5 is a really good game. So what we would like to say about this game is it's good. Is it like a ton of strategy? No. Is it fast and easy? Yes. Is it a good game? Yes. Overall rank out of 100,000 games is 3,903. It's not our normal pick. Usually we are picking things that are like in the top 200 or 1,000 or something. But abstract games, it's number 233. And family games, it's 1071. It is a very good family game. It is two-player, but I'm going to show you something about that in a second. Age is 10 plus. It's got 45 minutes to play. I think it could even be shorter. And it's very easy, as you can see, with a weight of only 1.45. The designer is Bo Beckett, artist Richard Kerr, Ben Williams, and the publisher is Steve Jackson Games. Okay, so we normally just do a quick overview on the game. Basically, we are playing with the green and yellow set right now because you can see the pieces that are here, green and yellow. And I've started one turn already. So you'll see here that you're basically building a castle. And you're using your cards to lay down castle pieces. You each have 7 cards, 7 tower cards. Each player's got 7 tower cards and 7 wall cards. There could be walls on the towers, and there could be towers on the wall cards. You can see here, look, there's a couple towers on there, but this is just a general idea. Let's see. See, this is a tower card, but it's got tower and some walls. It's just a saying that if you want towers, if you need towers, you're probably going to want to pull from this deck. If you're short of walls, you're going to probably want to pull from this deck, but you could get walls and towers on the opposite decks too. You start out with 2 cards of each deck in front of you, and I've already played 1 green turn. You can use as many cards as you want to make some castle pieces. You have to use all of them that you pull out of the supply, and then then you basically build a castle. So what green did here is they enclosed an enclosure. Now, not every turn are you going to be able to enclose a courtyard. You just won't be able to, depending on what cards you have. But how do you win the game? You win the game that at the end of the game, when everybody has used all of their cards, you count up points. So how you count points is if this is an enclosed courtyard with a green piece, I get 1 point for every tower attached to this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So green gets 4 right now. Yellow would get 1, 2, 3, 4. So if the game were to end right now, it'd be tied 4-4. Now, that seems pretty simple. The drawback is that you're not always going to be able to make an enclosure. Once per game, once you enclose a courtyard, you can decide to do a double courtyard on there. And so once per game, you can put 2 of your colored towers there, which will double the value of that spot. So this would be worth 8 now instead of just 4. You could also build an enclosure where there could be multiple towers. There could be 5 towers or 6 towers, or the enclosure could be, the courtyard could be huge. You might have 7 or 8 towers. So depending on your little strategy and how you work it, you could have a whole bunch of different things. So now yellow played their cards. They played 2 cards out of their 4, and so they made this because green had placed a small tower here. You didn't see it played. Then yellow didn't have to use as many pieces. And right now, there's already another courtyard being built here. So maybe with the pieces that green has, they can enclose that courtyard. Actually, I can see right now that if they were to use, let's see, no, they needed 2 towers. I was thinking I could put a tower here and a tower here and a small piece there and win, but I'm short a tower. So I'm going to be hard pressed to make another enclosure. It's green's turn. Now, once you have played some cards and pulled out the pieces out of the supply and built your courtyards and tried to claim some for points, you get to draw 1 card and 1 card only. You can draw from the tower deck or the wall deck unless you play a card that also has this. Then you get a chance to play 1 additional card. So it's fast, it's easy. It's not a huge brain burner. This would be a fantastic game. You just finished your game of Azul and somebody else is playing Betrayal, and you're waiting so everybody that can join the game and play a game of Pandemic or something like that. So this would be a good time killer. I don't think it really takes 45 minutes. It doesn't really. It might, maybe. But now you see this. What the heck is this? This is what's neat about this game system. Is if you have only 1 box as 2-player, or you can add another box. This has blue and red in it. So now this adds a 3rd and a 4th player. And I believe there's even other colored boxes. So you can make this into a big event with a lot of people playing. And so it can be a lot of fun. We've had fun with it. And even though it's rated only at 6.3, doesn't mean that it's necessarily a bad game. It just depends on what you're looking for in the game system. Hey, we just got a couple new viewers. Give us a follow. Hope you're enjoying. Chat it up with us. Oh, that's Rich. He says, always looked interesting to me. Never played it. Okay, so it is interesting, Rich. It's been a fun game. but we'll have to play it on a game night. We'll have to just check it out. It's sort of like a time killer. What do we call that? What do we call that? There's a term that we've used many times for the game. Like not an interim game. Darn it, I forgot what we use for when we play it. Where we're playing a game to like waiting around to set up the next game. Cool. So Castellan, that is by Steve Jackson Games. Thanks for checking it out. And here's our little plugs. We've got there's my email. Send me some feedback. Also some ideas or games that you've enjoyed. I also have other events coming up later this year. You can find all of that on Game Master Games. Where the heck is it? On GameMasterGames.com. I'll be posting information about that stuff. These are three game stores on Long Island that we love to support. You can freeze this frame to get their information, give them a call, find out what their current hours are. Ginger's business, she owns a wedding officiant business. She is just starting to get a whole bunch of people calling her for 2022 and late 2021, but more 2022. And then we have our Over Coffee show right here on the same streaming network. Find me on YouTube, Patreon, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, BoardGameGeek.com. On this Twitch page, GMG Dave, I will be shortly playing some Stellaris with some friends. So give us a follow here on LI Tabletop, but then switch over to GMG Dave and give a follow over there, and you will get a notification in about 20 minutes for some Stellaris. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us once again for another Game Master Dave's live show. We always just quickly go over one game and talk a little bit about the things that I've been playing or doing. We'd love to hear from you. What have you been playing recently? Send me an email at dave@gamemastergames.com. I'd love to hear about it. Also, that Mastermind Adventure site, it looks like that if you're looking to play a role-playing game, go ahead and contact them. They will get you a GM, I believe, to play a game. It does cost a little money. I don't know how much it is, but it is an interesting concept. So Mastermind Adventures, check them out. Cool. So give yourself 100 experience points for joining us tonight. Bill and Rich, you guys are awesome. Give yourselves each an additional 12.3 experience points. My wife is a little under the weather. That's why you don't see her in the chat right now, but she is watching on her phone. And until we meet again across the internet, keep your dice dry, your rule books ready, and your castles strong castles for Castellan. Have a great night. Thank you, everybody. Take care.